guys, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a post-quarantine cleanup. These are just a couple things that have been getting really gross and cruddy lately around here with all of us being home pretty much 24/7, 3 meals a day at home. It's just been a few things that have really started to look a little bit gross in my house. So I'm going to be hitting those hot spots today just to kind of get my brain in the right track, start planning for our new normal that we're moving into with things opening back up and being able to get out and about more. I wanted to spend a little time today doing some of these kind of really bad areas in my home that have been bugging me the last few weeks. So if you want to see what I'm doing to start my post-quarantine cleanup, then stay tuned. Okay, so part of my quarantine cleanup is actually in the garage, and I can't show you the full garage yet because it's actually a separate video. I wanted it to be a surprise, so I'm not gonna show you the garage, but that is one of the big projects that we were working on the last few months, and it's something we've needed to do for years. But basically, all of this stuff is Goodwill donations or stuff that I need to return that I can't or couldn't return because the stores were closed. Now that things are slowly starting to open back up, I will be able to gradually return things as I go to different stores. But because of working in the garage and because of all of this stuff, I've been having to park my car out in the driveway for probably about a month now. It's not a huge deal, but it would be nice to be able to park in the garage, and it would be nice to be able to like get this stuff out of here. So that's what I'm gonna do today, is go ahead and put it in the car, try to organize it in the car, so Goodwill stuff on one side and returns on the other. So I encourage you guys, if you've had anything to donate you've been hanging on to and waiting for the donation centers to open up, or if you've had a bunch of returns kind of piling up somewhere in a shelf or in a closet, go ahead and sort through them, make sure you have the receipt, and organize them in your car, and that way whenever you're out running errands, you can just grab a return if you are in that store or near that store and start working on getting things returned. My refrigerator has also been needing some TLC lately. With all of the groceries I've been keeping a regular stock of the last few months, it's just gotten pretty dirty. There's some spills and crumbs and some stains. So before my grocery pickup tomorrow, I just want to give it a good wipe down and get it nice and fresh and clean, and just kind of a new start to this new normal that we're all have to be getting used to over the next few weeks. Okay, so everything in the refrigerator is nice and clean and organized. I just feel so much better about it because there were so many crumbs and things that had spilled and sticky things, and it's just, we've had so many groceries in here the last few months, more than we ever usually keep at one time. And we're actually gonna be getting some more tomorrow, so I wanna go ahead and wipe it out and get it really clean before tomorrow, just so we can have a fresh start. And it feels so much better to get it cleaned out, just physically, and makes it look nicer, but also emotionally. Cleaning is so therapeutic for me anyway, but especially after something yucky has happened or is happening, it makes me feel a lot better. And I just feel a lot better about this, the way that it looks, and now everything's organized, and it just, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments, do you feel like so much better about your life when you have things organized and clean? especially when something kind of traumatic or scary or worrisome has happened. Doesn't it make you feel like 100 times better to start getting things cleaned up and getting somewhat back to normal life? I don't know, it does for me. The stove and the little drawer underneath the stove were also some things that have been getting a little gross and crummy lately, so I took everything out of the drawer under the oven and just gave it a good wipe out. Stains on the bottom of the oven. There was a big pepperoni greasy mark from one of my husband's pizzas, and I did a video a few months ago. I guess it's probably been longer than that. It was actually probably in the fall of last year, but I showed how I cleaned out my oven naturally with just a few natural products. And I've been trying really hard to keep up on that and not letting it get gross and disgusting the way it was before. So even though there's just a few stains and some crumbs, I wanted to go ahead and take the time to get them out now before they get any worse. The oven shelves were still really nice and clean. It was just those few stains on the bottom. So this is our couch. I have shown it in other videos, and as you can tell, it has taken a beating these last few months with all of us being home and eating every single meal at home. And yeah, we eat a lot in the living room, like every single meal. I'm not kidding. We're not eat at the kitchen table type people. But honestly, most of this is from Loki. He gets up on the couch, and whenever he drools on it, it's a microfiber couch. It leaves these little rings, and it's really humid in here today, so especially when it's humid, they like come out even darker than they normally look. So I'm gonna do my magic little trick that I've shown you guys before. This is the secret to keeping your microfiber couch clean. I did a whole video about this. It's actually gaining a lot of popularity on my channel right now. I don't really know why all of a sudden, but basically all you need is these two things to get all of this stuff out of your microfiber couch. We used to have it professionally cleaned, and then after I got tired of doing that because it was really expensive, I had to figure out a new solution. I had to figure out a way that I can clean it myself. And if you have microfiber, you know you're not supposed to use water on it, and then even a lot of the couch cleaners are not meant for microfiber. So I had to figure out something. So after a lot of research and trial and error, I found out that this works the best. I don't use Windex, but you could use Windex if you want. I use the Method Glass and Surface Cleaner just because it's a little bit better for your air environment in your house versus Windex. And this is a Dollar Tree vegetable brush that I save just for cleaning my couch. I don't use it on the food. But basically these two things together are gonna get all of these stains out, and I'm gonna show you guys how it works. So all you're gonna do is just start saturating your stains with the glass cleaner. And it's gonna look scary, and if you're worried about it, then definitely try an inconspicuous area first. So anyway, take the brush. Doesn't have to be this one, any soft bristled brush, and you want to just kind of start going back and forth over the cushion. And that's pretty much it. It looks pretty scary right now. Obviously it's got to dry, and I'm gonna leave the fan on in here. It'll take a few hours to dry, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and it gave you a good starting point of maybe some places in your house that may have been getting pretty worn and gross and dirty with all of us being home 24/7 over the last few months. Just to give you some inspiration and motivation, and hopefully this will inspire you to get even more into some cleaning projects that you have been putting off or that have been getting kind of piled up with everyone being home. Like I said earlier, for me, cleaning is very therapeutic, so to do this makes me feel like we're starting to ease into our new normal, at least for a little while, and that makes me feel a lot better and a lot happier, and it really boosts my mood. So I hope it encouraged you guys and gave you a little mood boost too. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what are the couple things that you want to do to really clean up and refresh after everyone being home and using everything in our houses so much over the last few weeks. Let me know what you're hitting. Are you going to work on your stove? Do you need to work in your bedrooms, or your closet's a mess? Like, what are the first things you're going to tackle as we head into this new normal that we're moving into and getting the quarantine behind us?